And with that,
words underneath the picture.
yep. And with that, hello guys. We are currently live for another episode of Legends of the Force. We're going on season 3. We're seeing how everything's going, and we're gonna blow up a planet tonight. I have no clue if we actually are, but that's just what sounded right.
Unless something goes horribly wrong, no. I do not foresee blowing up a planet to be an issue.
So yeah,
but we will find out what will actually happen tonight.
Yep.
It will be interesting. It will not be blowing up a planet, though. Sorry to disappoint all you people that only like Star Wars because of the Death Star. There's something wrong with you.
Star Wars does have a kind of a history of, if not blowing up a planet, at least destroying them.
Yeah, at least trying to destroy.
Because
yeah, well, you guys left Tilo. Yeah, well, you left Terrace, so you don't get to be there when it gets destroyed.
So we've got to blow up part of Nar Shaddaa because why not? But anyway,
smoking amphitheater. All right, so we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. So we're doing
what is going on with that? Because, as far as I know,
we'll see.
Still a situation.
With that, I'm gonna turn it over to our lovely GM, Kylar. Go ahead. It's your show. For now.
Star Wars Legends of the Force, Episode 3, Chapter 24, Raydik's 11. The attack on the Eraser's safe house took a dangerous turn when the vanquished Sith began dissolving, spreading a poison across the floor. Lexa came into direct contact as well as Theodore, and their flesh began to be eaten away. Thanks to Shyalu's quick thinking and healing abilities, both were saved from the toxin, identified as Trihexalon. With the threat eliminated, the group, with Theodore, the Eraser, and Elora, headed back to the Errant Emissary and set a course for Nar Shaddaa, wary of being followed again. On the way, the party analyzed footage of the battle recorded by R1S, searching for clues. The Eraser managed to determine that the Sith attackers were physically identical, and they came to the conclusion that they were clones. With a week's travel back to Nar Shaddaa, the party is in search of answers.
Oh, for sure. We're searching for answers to see what in the world this puzzle is.
Yeah, for being on a ship with a bunch of people for a week. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that's too ominous sounding.
Not that one.
Oh wow, that trip took a dark turn.
Something less ominous.
Let's go with something less
slightly.
ominous.
Slightly.
We have the wrong Elora. She murdered us all in our sleep.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, that's not. Everybody's dead. Yep, that's how it started.
No, I was gonna say if I played too much of that, Disney would, or Warner Chappell would copyright claim us and claim the whole video and put ads on it because they did that to something else. And then
where is my Coruscant song? No, where'd it go? Where is it? I don't know where it is anymore. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Found it.
They need a search bar.
They really do. I have too many playlists. I need search bars to figure out what's in my playlists.
Yeah, completely understandable.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so we're on the ship once again.
La la la.
So,
la, 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 la.
Yeah. So you've analyzed footage and such. What are people doing on the way to the place? Don't worry, I will interrupt with other things. Things are happening in the week that you're traveling. So, thanks to the miracles of Rogue One, it is now possible to get transmissions while you're in hyperspace. So.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
It's a convenient plot
I guess
tool.
that's one thing I could thank Disney for.
This time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're claimed.
I think so. Probably Lexa's going to continue practicing with her weapons as she normally does. She'll also analyze the footage as often as she can for any other clues or details she might be able to pick up on. And maybe tweak R1S, keep him functional, see if there's anything she can improve on along the way.
Okie dokie.
I'm trying to think like how many things, because she doesn't sleep, so she has a lot of time in her hands.
Yeah.
Thumb twiddling is what happens, clearly. She talks to Theodore the whole time? Because I want to be entertained.
Are you not entertained?
No, because Theodore would end up dead. Because he talks too much and she can't handle it.
I think Theodore's mostly with the eraser. After he finishes combing over the ship for security threats.
What's the eraser doing? You don't know. He's on his computer the whole time.
Elon is going to split his time up from searching the computer database, particularly for whoever this particular clone guy is, and then he's going to spend the rest of it with Elora, catching up with her, figuring out what happened.
Right.
I'll help you with that if you ask me.
The database part, not the catching up with Elora part. I'm assuming.
No. I feel like
I will be awkward third wheel in this conversation.
I feel like that's their thing, but I am a good hacker, so if he needs help, I will do that part.
Yeah, if you guys want to give me gather information checks, you can do that.
Gather information or use computer?
Be gather information.
Okay. Oh, I'm still trained in that. Yay.
Oh, that's dumb. It uses a charisma score. How is that helpful in this situation?
You have to talk to the computer and be like, please tell me the stuff.
Yeah, I'm using NAC.
Yeah, have to use your communication skills to get the right
I have a
searches.
7 to gather information. This is stupid.
Hey, look, you all rolled stupid low. All right. Even with NAC, you rolled
Just a
okay.
second. Let me double check, because...
It's not even worth a force point.
I can do twice
The
a
most
day.
I can get is a 16. This is sad.
Okay, I'm going to use NAC one more time. Both my NACs on one roll, because why not?
Really wants to know.
He does really want to know. He's going to roll a 1. Well, he wants to know real bad, but his dice
The dice don't want him.
Yeah, no, you can't find the guy. You spend your time looking, you can't find the guy.
It just got worse.
You guys need any help over there?
No, we're good. We're so good.
We're just getting hit with, like, flooded information because the eraser is using all the bandwidth.
It takes like 10 minutes for something to load.
That's why.
He's got like 600 tabs that he's running at the same time.
Yeah, that's why our rolls pretty much will suck.
Yeah, sure. He's stealing the bandwidth for the rolls.
Video on this thing. My music playlist won't work.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Quit playing that game. Quit streaming again. I need to do stuff.
Alright. Yeah. So you guys look. You find nothing.
Oh. My word.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So you want to roleplay some of this stuff with Elora and Barry, or do you want to skip over it? I'm fine with either. Either one will be interesting. So. After he stops coughing, he will answer me.
Yeah, after I hack up my lungs. It's been a very dusty day over here in West Texas. If you want to know the weather, this last 7 days, it's been winter, spring, fall, and dirt.
Is dirt or weather?
It is today.
Apparently.
I can assure you that in the desert, it is sometimes dirt.
In Lubbock, Texas, sometimes the weather is indeed dirt. There was one time we had a haboob come through, and it just kind of blanketed the whole area. And yeah, it looked like a scene out of Arabian Nights, 1001 Tales, Arabian Nights. it looked that bad. But yeah, we could go ahead.
Alright.
Since he wants to figure out what's been going on and see if... Also, one other thing, the eraser did say that he checked her genetics and made sure that she wasn't the clone, right? Or a clone, right?
She doesn't have signs of rapid aging. That would he thinks
indicate.
she's the real one. Yeah.
Okay, that would be all Elon would need, at least for now.
So after you guys all had the revelations of things on the bridge, Laura kind of just walks up to you. So you have that bottle that Lexa gave you from the bar? I need a drink.
After all, we've been through lots. I'm certain. Although, I do have my reserves as well. I managed to get a bottle or two from Raydik. He may or may not know it.
Well, let's try not to go through everything before we get back there.
Completely understandable. Go through the entire bar. Raydik comes back on to host another social gathering. He's, where's all my booze? What happened to it?
So how did you meet all these people? I want, like, who are they all? Because they've now helped me help you.
Alright, well, I'll start with the two that I know the longest. Met them 4 months back? Ish?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
ish. I'm not back counting. Somewhere in there. Sounds about right.
I think it's more like 5 months.
Well, yeah, it's like,
Close to 6 months.
yeah, about half a year back. It's kind of iffy because things get fuzzy because I've slept since we started the campaign. I don't remember what day we started on or what month it was, but well, I'll start with them too. That one, the Selkath, is Shyalu. He's a particular force user, or seemed to be. I believe he follows the way of the Tia, I believe is what he keeps on saying. And
That's what he said when I asked him. I don't know what that means.
It's I'm not sure either, Lass. I think, anyways. I'm not sure either, but it's got something more to do with more of a peaceful resolution and outlook on life. So he's at least Jedi-esque, or Jedi-esque. So he may be more peaceful than they are, but he at least doesn't use a blaster or a lightsaber that I've noticed. And then the Triani that you saw, that was Kalani Starfire. She's a Jedi Knight of the Order. She is actually full-fledged. What we know about Jedi's, straight up, blood and through and all that jazz. Oh, let's see here. Who else?
So how does a Jedi end up with you and a monk guy? And is Lexa a cyborg?
Let's see. How much does Elon know about Lexa?
Getting the dirt from a PC. Nothing like it. Yeah. What does Elon actually know about the fellow PCs?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've lost track of what he knows.
You know that she's an android.
Yeah.
We've talked about it several times.
That's what I was thinking, is that he knows full well what
you
Lexa
probably
is.
actually know the most about Ayla, or Lexa.
That's what I was figuring. Yeah. Well, as far as the chipmunk thingy, the Solonian, just met him. He was the Eraser's bodyguard, so...
Well, I think I know him a little bit longer. He's the one who busted me out of that exchange prison. Well, the location they're holding me.
Yeah. That's what I figured, is you knew him more than I did. And then, there's Lexa Scarlet, who is... She's not a cyborg, per se. It's more of a sentient android. It's hard to describe. It's about the best way that I could figure out how to piece together her particular story. It's complicated and filled with some really weird, crazy Force stuff. By the way, it's been a wild ride over the last 6 months, if I hadn't said so.
Well, you got a lot of time left. When I hear about it, my time was been locked in a cell the whole time. How did you figure out I wasn't dead?
I didn't.
Because the eraser said you were looking for me, kind of, I think.
As far as he knows, looking for you is one way to put it. Looking for revenge for you is how I would put it. Because as far as I know, up until about 2 weeks ago, you're dead. And as such, of course, you know me, lass. I'm gonna go out there and figure out who in the world done it. And might take a few of them with me, if need be.
Well, at least Jarek got his.
So I'm told. I'm not 100% certain what happened, but it was enough to turn the stomach of Shyalu over there, so I figured he saw something pretty grisly, which Jarek could have probably deserved worse, but that's me.
Yeah, well, he's gone. So 6 months.
Yep, 6 months. I started with an incident on whatever station that was, whatever place that was.
We were on Telos.
Yeah, Telos.
You know what?
And I will recount the whole thing from there.
Oh, that's a cop-out.
Yes, it is! Yes, it is!
Yeah, she doesn't even know what happened with Telos.
I don't think Alon knows fully what happened with Telos.
What?
Not with Telos.
Found out.
Wow, that is a wild. There was a. Wow, that almost makes me happy I was locked in a cell.
Compared with Telos and Thela, I could understand it.
Oh, I haven't. I need practice. Does this ship have weapons?
Yes, it does. Or at least it did before everybody raided it. And I will go show her where the locker is and whatnot.
Great. Yep, she's gonna find the sniperiest sniper rifle she can find.
That's probably like the best grade of weapons he has on the ship is some really high-tech sniper rifle. Because I would imagine that's what he would use mostly.
No, he uses his vibro hands and like slices people in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he has to get close.
It's more personal when it's close.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay, learn something new about
Yeah. Get to see the whites of their eyes as you drain the life force from them.
Also, you can get through security with vibro hands.
There's that too.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but if you use a sniper rifle,
You might not need to get through security.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, so she'll grab one of those and a bunch of power packs. Test it out. Kind of like feel it in her hands for a while.
Yeah.
And she's like, so what are we... So there's another me on Nar Shaddaa still?
Yeah, at least as far as we know. She's currently under watch with Raydik, but who knows what'll happen when we get there.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about that?
Well, I'm gonna have some genetic tests run on her just to figure out what in the world's going on, and then I'm still not sure what to do with her.
Well, I mean, if she's programmed to kill you, that's not good, but other than that, if she thinks she's still a person.
Yeah. Well, I figure if there's any program in there, we could always try to figure out how to unlock it, deprogram her from it. But who knows what that'll do.
Well, and us telling her she's not me might be a problem for her.
There is that as well. She may be designed. She may be designed to be a failsafe for you. If she sees you, she kills you, kind of thing. Or there may be a failsafe programmed in.
Yeah. So what are we following this down the rabbit hole, or are we getting out?
Frankly, lass, as soon as we can get away and get a chance to get away, I would recommend we get away. This rabbit hole has been very deep for me the past 6 months, and has been enough to make me want to put my blaster down. But that's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, if it was just the exchange, I'd say we go tear them to the ground. But, well, now the Sith are there, and I think that the Jedi are probably a lot more likely to come out in one piece after that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think the Eraser would make us disappear if we asked him.
That's what he said. He was aiming towards doing that when things went down at his cantina.
So where will he go to?
Well, strangely enough, I know this little place over on New Thela, or Thela, that I know of a couple of places we could hide out at.
Does it have a good view?
Oh, for sure. Lovely view, nice trees, a good lake over there on the side.
Trees sound amazing right now.
Oh yeah.
And we're stuck on a ship. Looks almost like myself. But you're here, so it's better.
Yeah, lass. It's been a wild ride without you here.
Well, cheers to not being dead.
Oh, aye. And there go the last of Raydik's alcohol.
Yep, pretty much. It's gone.
Should roll dice to see how much of it you drink.
Okay.
Yeah, how drunk do you guys get?
How much of the stores are gone by the time you're finished?
Figure out how much of the stores are gone first, and then we'll figure out how drunk we are.
I say roll a d20, and the higher it is, the less alcohol is left.
Could do that. If the GM calls for it, I will roll a d20 on that. Or a
Yeah,
D100.
sure, why not? Why not? Alright, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Of all the things to roll a natural 20 on.
Yes.
And I'm imagining Kalani coming in randomly on the aftermath of this and just kind of looking around and
I
backing
imagine
away.
you smelled the alcohol from like a couple corridors down.
Or that.
Elon is passed out.
Sometime early in the morning when they finally fell asleep after finishing off all that.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
Maybe go in and gain Shyalu because medical attention might be.
I didn't roll a nat 1.
No, you're
Not
fine. You're
bad.
still. This is over the course of a week, so like you're drunk most of the week.
Yeah.
But
We're
like-
drunk most of the week. Everybody can't tell what the difference is with Elon, so it don't matter.
He's just harder to understand. Exactly.
Well,
This is-
guys, now it makes total sense why he failed all his gather information checks.
yeah,
That too.
he's super drunk. He's like, gotta find clone face.
Sith
Types in
bought
something to like tries to do a
Sith
reverse
they
image
found.
search, like ends up putting like a selfie picture in there.
something like that.
Somehow actually pulls up classified information about himself.
No, Elon already knows that.
gets lost in cat videos.
That's why the search failed.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so Theodore, so the eraser's been like going on his computer like crazy. And he likes to mutter to himself sometimes, but he gets more calm as the week goes on. He's got things like figured out in his head. So Theodore, I think we're gonna need to go somewhere to get this information that we need to figure out what's going on. I think we need to figure out what's going on, because if we don't figure out what's going on, nobody's going to figure out what's going on, so we need to do that. But I'm not exactly combat oriented, so the place I think we're going to need to go to get the information, it's not safe, but I think if we convince them to go, then if you would go with them and get the information we need, that'd be great. I think then we could figure out what's going on, and we could figure out what's going on, and then we can fix it. Does that sound good to you?
As you command.
I did not understand.
As you command.
He's like, you're always so reliable, Theodore. That's why I trust you. Great. So we're gonna find out what's going on, and so then we'll fix it, and my mistakes totally fixed, and maybe it's better that it was a mistake, because now we found out about this whole thing. And plots, I love plots. It's like a puzzle you gotta figure out. And we're so close, Theodore. We're so close. We're figuring it out. We're so close. And then we can go back. Once we figure this out, we can go back to what we were doing before. And so projects remain in motion.
This is how Theodore manages his boss. He just doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of rants.
We just like, yeah, whatever you want. You're the boss.
Alright, so Raydik calls you, Lexa, also during this time. Oh, I forgot to tell Elon. I forgot to tell Barry to do something.
Okay.
Quick, I will be messaging you.
You sure he's capable of it? He's not quite stable yet. It's not what she's gonna accomplish.
I just need to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, hang on. Anybody want to have character conversations while I type something to Barry real quick?
My go-to is sick, so I don't really know who to talk to.
Somebody talk to somebody.
Lexa walks into the
Yeah, sure, we'll do that.
the droid repair room and sees Elora sitting there taking pot shots at some of the broken droids while Elon's just sitting there going,
No, that room's locked. Only Lexa has the passcode to get into that room.
'Cause I'm special.
No, make him roll to see if he managed to hack in there while
I will
room
say,
minus 5.
I will say, I do. Maybe while I'm wandering the ship, I do come across the two of you at some point, drinking all of the booze. Isn't that Raydik's? I thought I gave you a bottle.
You did, but
That was only one bottle,
it's
Lexa.
it's not enough to celebrate our reunion.
So can you not get drunk? Because you're an android.
Not everybody knows that.
Oh, so we were telling her those.
Oh, it's Elora. I figured I'd tell her.
Why, you really have had quite a few, haven't you? No, Elora, I can't. I've tried before, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So are the two of you going to be like this the entire trip?
No, just until I finished this bottle, it keeps multiplying. How many bottles have we been through, Elora?
I think you need to learn how to count better. It's only been 3. 3 is not a hard number. Hey, Launch.
As there's 5 bottles on the ground right now, and I'm holding one.
I really hope that none of this stuff is expensive or rare.
It tastes expensive.
Well, it's coming out of your paycheck then, not mine.
That's alright. I'll figure out how to cover it. I usually do. Yes, I know there are new messages. Thank you. I'm looking.
Yes, there are new messages. You should look at the new messages.
Yes, I'm looking at them.
Look at my messages!
I am.
Good work. GM approves this message. I was so busy planning for the return of all of these NPCs I have, I forgot to talk about the return of the PCs.
We're kind of important, Kylar. Come on.
No, we don't need the PCs. We'll just have, like, after Alon leaves, then Barry's just out of the campaign. That's how it works, right?
Yes, that's how it works.
Happens.
The dude who streams is out of the campaign completely. I have been relegated to a camera.
Yeah, you just sit there and you watch and you make snarky comments.
And?
You become the extra narrator.
Okay.
You know, like those 2 old Muppet characters whose names I can't. Like that.
Never watched the Muppets. I cannot understand your reference.
For shame.
There's 2 like.
You need to at least know about the old
Muppets. Yes, and they make snarky
it.
comments and narrate about things that happen. And they laugh like that. It's a little bit weird, but also funny.
It is. They add a lot of levity and a good break to the humor that the Muppets bring. They add a lot of sarcasm, and it's pretty good too.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, side distraction from the Muppets. So you could do that in character, Barry, if you're ready, or I can give you a minute and I can do my thing with Raydik and Lexa first.
Go ahead and take care of Raydik and Lexa.
All right. So Raydik calls you, Lexa.
Well, you two have fun then. Please try not to break anything. I gotta go take a call.
Alright, first sure.
Okay. She'll go to her droid room. Lock the door. And then
Her droid.
It was my. I have the keys to it. It is mine, as far as I'm concerned. And,
Lexa.
yes, sir.
Lexa, how are you?
I'm functional, if that's what you're asking.
Do you know Ramai?
Yes, why?
Well, like, he contacted your ship. Would you like me to patch him through? He says he needs to speak with you all.
With all of us?
Well, I'm sure just you would be fine. I don't know exactly what he needs to talk about. I didn't ask.
Let me ask you a question first. Do you have anything in your stores that we're not allowed to eat or drink?
It's already too late, isn't it?
I'm afraid so. My sentient organic. My organic companions decided to celebrate, and I hope you don't have anything too expensive in your liquor cabinet.
That's all of my regular stuff for meeting with people. I keep the good stuff in my own room. Not that it does anything for me, but for special people that I'm meeting with.
Yes, I was going to ask that. That was my next question. I'm not sure why store something like that.
I have a lot of meetings with people, and, well, they don't know that I'm an android, and it is customary, to have alcoholic beverages at these sorts of meetings. And and so I have it on board my ship.
I suppose that makes sense. I only ever ate or drank in front of people as well, but I've never stored anything in my apartment.
Yes, well, a bounty hunter's lifestyle is much different than mine. I had to have some sort of social status. And expensive alcohol is one way to do that, for some reason.
Yes. Apparently it's quite the draw. Anyway, my point is that I don't think everyone is fully in capacity to speak with Raydik, or Remai.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll just patch him through to you then. Oh, I've moved the other Elora and the others to a different location, so when you arrive, we will figure out how to deal with that as the time approaches.
Oh, good. I, also have a new thing, I guess. Do you know a Leysana? You've been doing some research, are you aware of this connection we have?
Lesaya Guri, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me how I know. But only a little bit. Why?
She wants to meet with me on Nar Shaddaa regarding Picasso's abduction. She needs a secure location. I didn't tell her about your place. I just told her I was going to set things up. I don't know her well enough to know for sure she's trustworthy.
Well, there's only one way to find that out.
Unfortunately.
Well, that hangar is just one of many locations I have. It's not critical to my operations in any way. Feel free to bring her there.
Alright. I think I'll contact her, but I'll have her arrive maybe a day or two after we do. Give us a chance to discuss things without having another problem.
That seems to be prudent.
Very well. Anything else we need to discuss?
Not at the moment. I'll call you if anything comes up.
Alright then.
And patch this through. Ramai comes on. Wait, I haven't done Ramai's voice in so long. This is going to be so shambly. I'm going to need a refresher, Zeri. Could you just do Ramai's voice for like 3 seconds so I can get back into character?
It's Remy LeBeau so it's kind of...
Yeah, I know, but that's like a Bayou accent.
Yes,
It's a Bayou
exactly.
accent.
Yes,
You gotta do
exactly.
what Bayou
You
does.
saw X-Men Wolverine, or right?
I mean, I've
Wolverine
seen like him, you know, in the X-Men cartoon from the 90s. Because he's way
No,
better.
I'm talking about the real live-action one, because that's what I based him off of.
Yeah, but he's way better in the cartoon.
Well, I never saw it.
Anyway,
I saw it, so I based it off the live-action one.
he's so lame in the live action. That movie is so bad. Anyway,
You're really missing out there.
you know what? I'm just not gonna be able to do the Bayou accent. It's fine.
Well, no.
Just-
You can always do the Bayou accent.
I can't do the Bayou accent.
It's not. It's just southern, but a little slower.
You go
Slower than
yeah.
Tham's. Oh my goodness, I
Yeah,
can't.
you have to go
handle
slower
that.
than Sam.
Oh.
It just has more to do with your enunciation of particular letters.
Anyway, hello.
Hello. You're calling me.
I was. What took so long to forward the call?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was so urgent that I had to rush over to your conversation. You know, Raydik and I had something to discuss.
Well, I really need to talk to Shyalu.
I can go find him if you like.
Well, just where are you all? And
In space.
great. Are you going to be anywhere anytime soon?
We're planning on being in Nar Shaddaa in about 4 days.
Great. Dakaya's in a coma. I thought she was just tired after being taken over by the shadow, where it kept getting worse. I need Shyalu to take a look at her. My personnel can't really handle that sort of thing. We were going to meet you on Coruscant, and then I found out that you weren't on Coruscant anymore.
Well, I'm sorry. Things happened.
Well, can we meet you on Nar Shaddaa then? I'm not sure if her condition is deteriorating.
Can she be moved?
She can be moved. I've got her under watch on my ship.
Yes, there's well, Raydik has a hangar. You can meet us there. Time is of the essence, so I suppose you can get there as quickly as possible. I won't redirect you. I assume Raydik is probably listening in on this channel, so he'll give you the information you need.
Well, yeah, just let Shyalu know.
I should also probably warn you, Bakaz is no longer with us. He's been abducted by the Sith, so don't expect him to be there.
I don't really care one way or another.
Well, Takaya seems to care.
Yeah, well, she's in a coma right now, so I don't think she does care.
Obviously, you're worried about her, so I won't press you anymore.
Good. Travel. Well, never mind. You can't travel any faster through hyperspace. I'll meet you there.
Sure.
Hangs up.
I do not understand people. Gonna go find Shyalu.
Alright, you go find Shyalu. Yay.
Are you role-playing Shyalu?
No,
Nice.
I am not going to.
Darn it, I want to have a conversation with Shyalu.
No. I am Shyalu. But I don't like violence.
Come on,
Yeah, that's
boy.
exactly what he sounds like.
I
Yeah.
figured you'd like to try.
Identical.
Shyalu.
Alright, Barry, you're up. You're prepared.
Not really, but
You are not
I
prepared.
usually wing it anyways.
Alright.
So
Winging
yeah,
it is cool.
but what is going on with the search for Picaz?
That is great. Lexa could tell you something about the search for Picaz, but she doesn't share information with anybody, so.
No one asked me anything.
Yeah, so Kalani, you get a message on your Jedi communications network. It's from Jarat.
Okay.
Kalani, are you picking up, dear? Kalani?
You gave me out of character messing with me here.
And out of left field comes a returning PC. Totally stuns everyone. The mid-season reveal.
I mean, mostly just Eagle.
That was no.
Kalani, are you alright?
Gerard, hello.
Ah, yes. How are you doing, dear? I heard a few things about you and I was wanting to make sure you're alright.
By some definitions.
Are you in trouble?
Again,
I heard you were arrested. Are you alright?
by some definitions.
Are you currently prisoner somewhere and need rescuing?
No, I was rescued already by the other. Yeah.
Well, that is good that it is. What else is going on? For you to be arrested, you must be involved in some major turbulence, shall we say.
Yes, I was framed by the exchange. Me and Ayland were framed, and once we were arrested, they managed to get a hold of us. And then we ended up in their arena, what do they call it? Amphitheater? Prison arena thing? Where they had dark side monsters to fight, among other terrible things.
That sounds quite dreadful.
Uh,
I know Master Brune has been... No, not Brune. Master Lamar has been trying to get in touch with you quite vehemently. But that's neither here nor there on him. Are you in need of assistance or something?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure there are a number of things that I could use assistance with, yes. Oh, where to even start?
Let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start.
Actually, that's what Drott would say. Why don't you start with the letter A? Start at the beginning. It'll help you focus, help your mind.
Well, there was the arena, the friends I've been working with, managed to find me and Ayland and get us out, though, the rescue plan apparently didn't go quite as planned, at least for most of the people involved. We're planning. Do you remember Picaz?
Yes, the small, little, powerful body.
Yeah, he apparently, something about them being slavers there,
And he lost
he's,
control.
yeah. He turned the place into basically a bloodbath, so I'm not sure exactly what his plan was, but it was apparently bad. And before he was separated during things, and apparently during during the process of escape, while we were separated from him, and only later found out, at least I only later found out what was going on with that to begin with, anyway. Before we could reconnect with him, he was apparently captured by the Sith.
That's not good.
So, many levels of not good.
That's not good.
And and there's there was Ayland's beloved
Fiance.
I think she was, yeah, I think she was his fiance, who he had thought dead for years, I think it was. Was apparently not dead, but there have been, apparently we've later found out, were clones of her. She had been captured by the Exchange or the Sith or something, and there were clones made of her. some of which were programmed somehow to try and kill him if they came across him. We encountered one that did that at least. We found, in the arena there we came across another Elora. Her name is another Elora, and we don't know what we're still trying to investigate her, but see, but okay. While trying to investigate a number of things, I think between trying to find Picaz, where they took him, and what's going on with Elora, we went to find someone who could get information. But when we went to get when we went to him, he had another Elora that he had rescued from some other exchange or prison, whatever.
That sounds like quite the adventure.
And then, as we were meeting with him and meeting this other Elora, we were attacked by Exchange and Sith working together, and the Sith were apparently clones, for one thing, not like actual Force-using Sith. I'm not talking about the troopers.
The Sith were able to create clones who use the Force.
Apparently. And also implanted them with some sort of self-destruct mechanism of a disintegrating poison. So, we very barely managed to survive that one.
Alright.
And now we're on ship back to Nar Shaddaa, for some reason I don't even just to regroup or something and figure out what we're doing next. Because we've still got the issue of Picaz and the Eloras and whatever the Sith are doing.
Yes, that you do. I will go ahead and speak with the Jedi Council, see what I can't figure out on this end. It sounds like there is a conspiracy here that I am not comfortable with, and they need to be informed of.
This is all very uncomfortable.
Yes, indeed. Alright, I will let them know what is going on, at least with you, and see if I can appease... Well, no, there's no appeasing him, but I'll see if I can't inform the council and see if I can't garner some wisdom from them.
Thanks. I think I needed that little bit of humor.
Anytime.
Of a sort. Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, well, I'm glad you're alright. You've gotten out of jail, from the sounds of it. Do you know if all charges have been dropped against you? If not...
The explanations from my friends were rather hard to follow all the details, so I'm actually not sure.
That's alright. We will investigate on our side here at Coruscant and see what we cannot do about getting things straightened out, if nothing else. But I am glad you're alright and no longer in prison, in jail. Those are false charges, and I will see about making sure that they do not stick. That is one
It sounded like they found enough evidence that it was it sounded like they found enough evidence that we were being framed, but I don't know how much processing went through and everything. So
It's all right.
with everything else going on.
We'll take care of it. We'll see if we can't. I'll see if I can't make sure that you are given.
It's interesting how quickly being framed for murder, many murders, can go down in priority with other things going on that are insane.
I understand. But don't worry, we'll make sure that you're reinstated back to your rank of Jedi Knight, and make sure you have your immunity and everything else that comes with it. Or at least I'll try.
Yes, thank you.
Alright. Stay safe, dear. May the Force go with you.
Thank you, and with you.
Thank you.
I managed to get through it, guys!
You did! Yay!
Plot twists are fun.
What plot twist? There was no plot twist there. There was
Plot twist.
I think
there
it was
this
all
nice
plot
little roller
twists.
coaster. Yeah,
There
it's
was
a
no,
roller coaster.
there was no straight. There was just twists.
It was for the Jedi.
It's all twists.
The plot looks like a snake at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks like a snake that's been tied into a couple of knots.
Yeah. What was that plot that Alexander the Great cut through?
Anyway. So, any other conversations anybody want to tell anybody about?
Probably once I recover a little bit from that, I'll try and get a hold of someone to find out what we're doing about Picaz and everything. Okay, so Aeland is unavailable.
Essentially.
He's not unavailable. It's more like his mind is not in the building
incapacitated
anymore. Well, he's not incapacitated completely. He's
Close
just,
enough.
He's not all.
He's at a -10 on the condition track. He's just not necessarily asleep yet.
He's at -10. He's just not unconscious.
Yeah.
Lexa's probably in the cargo bay practicing with her sword.
Okay, so am I going to see Lexa then?
Well, let's see. There's Theodore, who's by the eraser. So, do you want to talk to the eraser or not? And then there's Shyalu, who's not available. There's a very drunk Alon, and then there's Lexa. So, you have limited options.
So, I
Lexa
think.
and Kalani conversations are great when they happen.
Well, considering that I think we were going to the eraser in the first place, or at least one of the things we were going to him for was to find out where they took Picaz. So I might go to him.
Okay, go into the eraser. So, yeah, he's like muttering, like, Theodore's just kind of like chilling out, doing, like, I don't know, how do you chill out / keep guard for a week?
Not back to the right, to the
Yeah, probably. They're doing pull-ups on like a door. I think though this time she comes in and he's talking to the eraser, and one of the few times he's actually saying.
One of the few times he's actually saying, and you cut out.
I'm finding these strange empty bottles all around the ship. I can't tell where they're coming from or why.
That doesn't seem important, I guess. I don't know.
I keep finding them in this room too when we leave and come back.
I mean, maybe you should ask other. I don't know. Someone probably drank them. That's what bottles usually come from, right? But maybe you should just ask everybody else where the bottles are coming from if it's bothering you. Not really bothering me. I didn't even notice till you said something.
Right, I should probably go talk to them.
Alright.
I want to really ease to deal with this.
Alright. You do that.
There's no
Alright.
way to keep it in.
Alright, so you go check on the bottle situation. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And so that's what you walk into, Kalani. So he's kind of sees. Oh, hey, Kalani. So do you know about the bottles? Theodore was wondering about the
Yeah,
bottles.
someone's leaving bottles all over the ship. Do you know anything about this? It's really annoying. They're leaving them in here too.